In V Rising, when you are venturing around the center of the map here, the Dunley farmlands, there is going to be some scarecrows that you come across every now and then in like 7 or 8 different locations around the Dunley farmlands. And if you want to be able to replicate where I'm at in this video, it's going to be down here at the far southeast edge, kind of in between these 2 different bases right here, and on the very bottom right of the Dunley farmlands is where I'm standing right now. And I know I didn't know this for a very long time. I even played through the entire game, 100%ed all the achievements and everything, and I never knew about these scarecrows. And they can actually be a pretty good source of resources because they drop things like seeds, and they also have a special scarecrow mask cosmetic that you'll be able to find as a helm that you could put on in your helm slot right here where I've got this top hat. There is a special scarecrow mask that drops. And a normal scarecrow that is not alive will have a very small, like a 0.5% chance to drop that scarecrow mask, but when you come across these scarecrows that are decoys trying to play dead but they're actually alive, they have a much higher chance, all the way up at like 2.5%, to drop the scarecrow mask. And if you zoom in and really pay attention, you can actually spot which one is not alive versus which one is alive. So if we go over here to this one on the left and we really zoom in, you can see that it is perfectly still. I like to either look at the head or the weapon and see if it's moving at all. And you can see there's no action on this one. It is completely still. That means this one is just a normal scarecrow. And when I hit it like this, it is just going to drop some plant fiber right here and really nothing super crazy going on. But then this one over here, if we zoom in and look at the difference. You can see that it's ever so slightly barely moving. You have to really look closely at like the weapon. You can see it's just moving back and forth, swaying with the wind, just a couple pixels. And that means when I hit this scarecrow, it is going to come to life and be an actual enemy that will try to hurt me. So I will showcase that for you right now. When I hit it, you can see it is going to start to come alive like that right there. And now we are fighting a scarecrow. Now you want to be careful because you see right here, it is able to do a little bit of damage. When it hits me, it does 50 damage. So it's not like it's a super easy joke. It does have some ranged potential there, and it can place a fear on you, a little bit of CC and all that, but it's not going to be something you can kill very easily when you're like level 10 probably. But once you progress and you're kind of decently into the Dunley farmlands, especially if you play smart, keep your distance, and then drop some ranged abilities, you should be just fine to take this down. So let's go ahead and drop it here. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty progressed end game, so the Scarecrow is going to get one shot. But if you're like level 20, it could be a decently tough opponent. And then right here, we can see that it drops a little bit of wool thread, scourge stone, plant fiber. So 2 scourge stones. So nothing super lucky there from that one. Now, they do have a small chance to drop seeds. I seem to be getting plant fiber and scourge stone from them pretty consistently, but they do have a smaller chance to drop seeds and an even smaller chance to drop that scarecrow mask. And if we come back a little bit later to this same plot, they will respawn after about like a full in-game day. They will reappear here in that same location. Now let me clear this out a little bit here. Kill those. But yeah, from what I can tell from going to these same areas over and over, is it seems like the scarecrow locations are not guaranteed to always be a decoy or an actual enemy, because this is the exact location, and when I zoom in, I don't see either one of them moving. So I think they are both just normal scarecrows this time. Yep, see, both normal scarecrows. So even though this one was an actual enemy last time, it was not this time. So it can vary each time you visit these different scarecrow locations. So if we fast forward a little bit and come back later, now it is a blood moon. This one over here looks like it is still just a normal scarecrow, but now this one over here, I can see it is moving ever so slightly. The scythe is moving a little bit. The head is swaying just a little bit. And you can see, if you really zoom in and take a close look, when I hit this one, it is going to become an enemy. So let's go ahead and pop that there. Takes a little bit of time to come alive. We'll melee it down this time and see what kind of goes on here. Oh, it can vanish and then pop down on you and drop that fear on you like that. So be careful of that. Yeah, a couple different ways to fear you. Do a little bit of CC on you and drive you away. And there we go. Okay, this time we got Hell's Clarion, Scourge Stone again, a bunch of Hell's Clarion, Wool Thread. Okay, so a pretty good drop there. And would you look at that? I was sitting here kind of farming a bunch to try and see if I could get a grasp of what the drop rate is on these and what they tend to drop. And what I'm finding is I was only able to get one seed to drop out of killing probably like 12 scarecrows and a bunch of decoys. So not a super reliable way to get seeds, but look at that. I did get super lucky and get the scarecrow mask. So I do think it's something worth kind of telling you about, because I know a lot of you are into collecting all the different helms and cosmetics within the game. So this is the way you're going to be able to get the scarecrow mask, and it's going to be a super rare item that not very many people have, because it's kind of a wonky one to get that probably a lot of players aren't going to know about. So yeah, a pretty fun, cool way to get your hands on this cosmetic mask right here, and also give yourself a chance to farm up some scourge stones and seeds and all that by making sure to pop in to those locations. Whenever you see a abandoned farm type area, go ahead, run up there and hit them, and you might get your hands on this scarecrow mask or some seeds for your account. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, that way you don't miss out on any of the guides and tips and tricks type videos we're going to be doing here on the channel about V-Rising. And we've also got a Discord linked down below if you want to pop in there and chat about V-Rising or ask any questions. So cheers, thanks for watching, have a good rest of your day, peace.